what's up, you guys? It's Lexi DIY and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Welcome to the DIY family. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so that you never miss when I upload next. You may recognize me, or my voice at least, from my viral TikTok series called Hot Mess House Renovation. This series, it's so incredible. It never ceases to just blow my mind how many people are watching. I think one of my videos has like 10.8 million views, which is just so insane to me, and I'm just really grateful for all the love and support. So over here on YouTube, I basically just give an extension of my TikTok and go more into depth. You get to see a little bit more behind the scenes of the full projects, because obviously on TikTok you only get like 1 minute. So that's what we do over here on YouTube, and today we are going to be revamping our our dining room. Wow, I just had a brain fart for a minute. Anyway, our dining room. So we are not fully doing like the new flooring or anything in here yet, because that's gonna be part of our kitchen renovation. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That's gonna be kind of far down the road because we really gotta save up. But we just needed a livable space. We have been living in a renovation zone where every single room needs something done to it. So we haven't unpacked too much, and we were tired of not having a table to sit at. So that's what we're doing today. If that interests you, make sure to keep on watching the video, and I'm gonna stop talking now. Let's hop into it. So this is our dining room to start out with. This is not what it looks like right when we moved in. I'll show you that at the end. We already had painted the walls just a white, but we hadn't done anything to the baseboard or the window trim or really anything else because we didn't know if we were gonna close on this house. So even though this room is not going to be fully transformed, because obviously it's going to be part of our kitchen renovation, I needed to do something to it. So I started by taking those little things that were holding up some apple curtains originally out and just filling them in with some wood filler, and then I did caulk the edge of this side before I painted. I ran out of caulk, so I ended up fixing the rest of that later, but it's totally fine. And then I just went around the window and I taped it off. Now I was going to tape off in each of the little squares, and then I was like, I don't really want to do that because somebody on TikTok told me I could just scrape off the excess with a knife, so that's what I ended up doing, like with the blade. But anyway, I'm giving the window a good clean because it was really dirty. I'm taking off the hardware that went on top of it to lock it, and then I'm just making sure all of the dust is off because it was really, really gross. And then I did give it a light sanding because it is wood, and there was kind of that like shellac kind of super shininess to it, so I knew the paint might have some trouble sticking to it. And then I just wiped it back off with like a normal paper towel. Then once that was done, and windows are just, I hate painting windows, but it has to be done. So I'm using a white paint and primer all-in-one from Behr in the color Solid Opal. Now, for my other windows and stuff, they had given me a different can. I didn't like this one as much. I'm not really sure what the difference was, so I'll have to look into that, but it is this one is specifically for trim and windows, but I felt like it went on kind of streaky. Window painting is super tedious. Obviously, you have to make sure that you are being really careful next to the edges so that you don't paint your window shut. If you do end up painting your window shut on accident, I did it in our bedroom, you can just go back with a little razor blade and just like cut between where you painted. That way you can open it, obviously. Now, I would highly recommend not doing what I did and taping up your windows, like the inside, because frankly, it took a really long time at the end to scrape off all the excess, and I did not enjoy it. This window took me 3 coats, and I still feel like it could probably use another coat, but I was so done with painting this window because it took me like 6 hours that I was like, you know what, it's fine. I will give it a touch-up coat eventually, but right now it ain't it. So here is me just, you know, painting the window. I won't bore you with too much more of that because it was really the largest thing in this entire process was just painting this window. Now, initially, I was like, I'm not going to paint these baseboards because I'm just going to take them off and paint them all at once when we actually change out the floor in here. And then I dripped some paint on there from the window, and I was like, okay, I need to paint it now. This went a lot quicker than the window, obviously, because I didn't have to be as careful, and we're not keeping these linoleum floors, so if I got paint on it, it definitely wasn't the end of the world. And it made a huge difference. Now Dustin is changing out the outlets. Again, I think I see this like almost every single video. Changing out your outlets and switches from a beige color to a more modern white color is only a few dollars and makes a drastic difference. That and paint are like the cheapest things you can do to really transform a space. So for the baseboards, I actually only had to do 2 coats, and I did put it on a little thicker. You can see me holding my ponytail so I don't get paint in it, and there's my ring light for TikTok. So yeah. Now, this is a trick that I have kind of been using just more recently. But I put up some painter's tape and I made sure that was level. Now it looks like it's not level because for some reason my camera is crooked, but I promise guys, it's level. My camera's just crooked. So basically I made sure that the painter's tape was level, and then I kind of just eyeballed where I put these little nails in to hang my paintings. And then well, not paintings, I'm sorry, these are canvases of my cute little doggies. And then I just made sure that they were all good and ready to go, and like it was all good, and then I just peeled off the tape and put them back up. Now I'm peeling off the painter's tape for the window, and you can see there is a bunch of space between my baseboards and my window trim, and it just does not look good. Now I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure this is just because the house is old and settling and separating, but it's things like this that you need to do to really make sure that you get a professional looking finish. So I just went and caulked the edges, and then I went back with my finger and a wet paper towel to smooth it out. This only cost a few dollars, took like 5 minutes, definitely worth it. Here I am with the razor blade on the window. The sound was terrible. I couldn't do it. I will never do this again. And then I put my ruggable down, and I'm obsessed with this. If you guys ever watch like the first video on my channel, I was redoing a bunch of stuff in our house when my husband was deployed, and I got ruggable, and it's just like such a game changer. This is not sponsored, wish it was, but if you have animals or kids, this is like a game changer because you can just throw it right in the washing machine. Now we unwrapped our kitchen table. We realized that we didn't have the screws, which I found literally like 5 days after we put this together. And so we had to go to the hardware store and grab some, but no big deal. So we just did that, screwed them all in, and then we flipped over our table. It's crazy because we actually have somewhere to eat now instead of standing at the counter. Then we just brought the chairs in. The tops of these are adjustable, so we were like kind of playing around with that. One's a little lopsided, it's fine, but I love this table. We've had it for a while now, and it's so cute. Dustin was really excited about that. And then I pulled this really heavy thing, this like marble shelf, into the dining room while Dustin was asleep because I didn't want to wait for him to wake up. And then I danced around. Now I'm just styling it. Now, I am not an interior decorator by any means, but I like to think that I have pretty good style. Normally when I'm styling a shelf or, you know, just like a countertop or something, I style in odd numbers, and I like to mix metal, wood, obviously crystals because I'm obsessed, and I'm a fake plant kind of gal. Can't really keep real ones alive, so I find that my money is better spent on fake plants. So that's a big tip that I can give you, basically, is it's okay to buy fake plants because they'll last longer. And, well, at least if you kill plants like I do. I put in my quick hangs to hang up my curtains, and I didn't buy a new rod. That rod was so flimsy, so I had to go buy a bigger one. Now, I should probably have the middle piece for this window so it doesn't droop, and I probably should just like drill the hardware up over, but frankly, it was really hot this day, and I was just trying to get up some curtains. I couldn't decide if I wanted the white curtains. I wasn't really feeling the shears, but the gray ones just look kind of dingy because they're really old and, you know, whatever. Anyway, now I'm styling my table. I just put a runner and this little piece of marble that I got from Home Goods for like 10 bucks. And I was playing around with a bunch of different things on it, a candle, a crystal, and originally I was gonna do some dried florals, and I think that they looked really cute, but it wasn't quite the vibe for this room, so I ended up just playing around with it a bunch, and this is kind of what you have to do when you're decorating. You never really know. Like, you have an idea, and then maybe it doesn't work out. I got this planter from TJ Maxx for 30 bucks. It is so stinking cute. Put some bricks in it to raise up, again, my fake tree. And then I just put it in there. Now, it looks busted right now, but don't worry, we're gonna fix that by putting in some bags, or honestly, just whatever you have. And then we are going to fill the top with some fake moss. So I didn't have quite enough of just like the first moss, so I had to put those little moss balls in. Anyway, here I am again changing my mind on the curtains. And here is the before when we first moved in, and notice how there's a wall gone now, with the apple curtains and everything. This is before I had done any styling to it, and this is the transformation. Made it all the way to the end of the video. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I can't wait to show you guys what we do next. We have some really awesome things coming up, like our bathroom renovation, which is taking longer than expected, but also we took up some of the carpet in one of our guest rooms. There's so much coming, so just stay tuned for that. Make sure if you like this video to hit that like button and give me a comment. It really helps get my videos pushed out, and the more people that watch this, the faster I can renovate, because the more AdSense I can make, basically. So I really appreciate that. Also, make sure that you're following me on all my other social medias. They'll be linked here on the screen, as well as the description box below. And if you're interested in any of the products that I'm using to do any of the renovations, I actually have them linked in my Amazon storefront, or at least something similar that I could find. I do make a small commission if you happen to purchase something from there, so no pressure. If you just want to check out what I'm using and head to the store, that's totally fine with me. It's just there as a resource in case you guys are curious. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!